The US Navy announced they have made a breakthrough in converting seawater into fuel. Their intentions to do so were reported more than a year ago, and in that time they believed they found a solution. By using a proprietary process that extracts carbon dioxide and hydrogen from seawater and then recombines them into a liquid, the scientists on the project have created a fuel-making method that could someday be performed on ships. Freeing naval vessels from their dependency on oil is important for a couple of reasons. Said one officer, "We need to challenge the results of the assumptions that are the result of the last 6 decades of constant access to cheap, unlimited amounts of fuel. Interruptions in supply can lead to missions being compromised. Some problems with relying on the gas fuel is that it is subject to price fluctuations and takes up a lot of room. So much so that filled tankers need to accompany ships on their journeys. This results in lost time and can be problematic when trying to refuel in harsh weather. It's estimated that ships will be able to make their own fuel from seawater in about a decade."
Hello, this is Steve at greenfuelh2o.com. Today we're going to do a quick video on how to hook up the 118 plate cell. We're going to go over the electronics and how to hook up the plumbing. For this video we're going to focus on the 130 volt input cell. And we have the controller here. It's got a dual switch, one that controls each side of the generator. And we've got a separate controller, variable controller for each side of the cell. So what you have here on the controller, this is the power converter. You've got a switch for the, what I'm calling number 1, and a switch for number 2. What you do is on the power controller, these leads hook up to the actual generator. The black lead is the negative and the white lead is the positive, and they're marked here 1, 1, and 2. So what you do is loosen the nut. We'll hook up the leads to the nut just like this. You want to go ahead and tighten those, make sure they're tight. Look that there. On the other side, positive and negative. It's okay to reverse the polarity, it's fine, but once you choose a polarity, don't reverse it again after you've run the generator. Now on this side of the generator, you've got your variable controller. You'll be able to control the HHO output of the cell by turning this knob when it's in the variable position. This also has a full on position. Push it there, it's just going to run the power through this, right straight into the generator's direct high power on. And there's your off switch there. This is simple to hook up. This end will plug into your wall. And this end of the generator, we've got it marked 1 and 2. You just plug it right in here, and you're set. And again, you've got a separate controller that controls each side. The generator has 2 59 plate stacks. They're independent of each other, so you can control each stack with its corresponding controller. Okay, real quick we'll do the plumbing hookup. It's really easy to do. This cell has a 6-gallon reservoir. On the top of the reservoir, you've got your 3/8 barb. This is the HHO out. So you connect your HHO out to your project to this barb here. On the front of the reservoir, it's got graduated marks all the way up to 5 gallons. When you fill your water, you want to fill it up to the 4-gallon mark or lower. You don't want to go any higher because you get a little sloshing. Don't want to get any electrolyte on the HHO output hose. These 4 ports right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, these are the exit ports. The water exits out of the reservoir and into the generator. On this side, we've got the input ports. So in these 4 ports, this is where the HHO and water enter into the reservoir from the generator. Hooking these up is simple. On the top of your generator, these are your output ports. There's 2 there, 2 on the back side. The output ports are going to go to these 4 input ports. And then, on this side, we've got our input ports, 2 here, 2 on the bottom side, are going to go to these output ports here on the reservoir. Very simple to hook up. Please refer to the documentation on how to mix the electrolyte. And that's about it. This concludes this video. Thank you. Right here. This is hard on the ears, but I'll show you that this is real. Here's a torch. It's lit. I'll go ahead and light the bubbles. Set off my alarm. But yeah, it's really hard on the ears.